everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, we're going to be going through all of my project pan items, see how I'm doing here at the beginning of June, and I'm just going to give you an update. And we're going to talk about a couple of the products as well while we are here. So let's go ahead and get started with the powder products. So I'm going to start with the bronzer. I am chugging away. I'm not seeing any sort of pan on this yet. However, it is moving on down. I'm getting there. Again, I don't know how much is in here. I haven't been weighing this, so I'm not sure exactly how much it weighs. But I feel like I'm getting there. I really, really do. So you'll see the pictures of last month and this month up on the screen while I am talking. I'm still very much enjoying it. I do have it on today, just on my cheeks. I don't really bronze too much on my forehead. I think as we're getting into the summer here, I might start to do that. But yeah, I am still enjoying this very much and no problems there. Next, we're going to talk about the blush that I have in my project pan. It is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Party. I am going to show you the close-up pictures as well on either side of my head. The pan is getting ever closer in here. I'm really starting to see the circles. I'm making really good progress on this, I feel, and I think that it's possible that I might hit pan maybe by August. Maybe by August, because as we get into the summer here, I'm honestly going to be wearing less and less makeup. I've been not wearing a lot the last couple of weeks, just because work's been crazy and all sorts of stuff. But I have a feeling August, my August update, I'm gonna have hit pan. So let's keep on that and let's see how it goes. Next is my eyeshadow palette. I do have the EBates Soft Glam palette that I am trying to hit pan on. This is new this month. I was doing a different eyeshadow palette earlier this year, and amazingly enough, I hit pan on one of those shades earlier than I thought I would. So I'm continuing with this one. I really didn't want to. If you go back and watch my video from the beginning of May, I really didn't want to pull this in because I love this palette so much, but then I decided that the very reason I had to pull this in was because I love this palette so much. So I don't know, Rose Pink really is starting to have a divot in it, Fairy is really starting to have a divot in it, and Tempera is really getting some indentations in it as well. If I have to make a guess on which shade I'm going to hit pan on first, it's probably going to be Tempera or Tempera, because that is the shade that I use to, no matter what shade that I'm using on my lids, I always dip into Tempera to set the eyeshadow primer. Today I have Tempera and Sienna in the crease. I have Sultry all over the lid with Fairy on top of that. I have Glistening on the inner corner, and then I have Mulberry on the outer corner and along the lower lash line. So that's what I'm wearing today. I do love this palette. I will be sad to hit pan on this, but I have this makeup. I should be using it. Alright, I'm going to go on to the next item here, which kind of is empty. I'm going to call this an empty because when I'm spraying, it's the setting spray, by the way. There is a little bit left in the bottom here, and I don't know how well the picture that I took is going to show that, but it's just a little bit. And when I'm trying to spray it, it's coming out in like big droplets. So the spritzer is just having a really hard time getting any more in here. I did buy a full size of this, and what I'm considering doing is actually refilling this bottle with the full size lavender scent specifically. Because I do really enjoy the lavender scent. But I'm going to call this done as far as Project Pan goes. So that means that I'm going to be bringing in a new product this month. So exciting stuff. But yeah, we're going to call this one as panned. Next up, we're going to talk about my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I've been using this every time I do my lids every time I do my eyeshadow this month during May. And honestly, I really wasn't using a lot of makeup during May. And I was actually very surprised to find out that I made no movement on this at all. I weighed it in May. It was 5 grams, 0.2 ounces, and I weighed it just before starting the camera, and it is still 5 grams, 0.2 ounces. But I guess you use such a little bit of primer every time you do your makeup that it just didn't move. So I'm a little disappointed in that progress, to be honest. I'm going to try to do better. But I just know that as the summer months are coming, I'm going to be wearing less makeup than I normally would during the winter months. So, all right, let's talk about this here. This is the Origins Original Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer with Willow Herb. I am pleased to say that I'm finally making progress on this. From April to May, I only used 1 gram or 0.1 ounces. From May to June, I've used 4 grams. So I'm at 65 grams and 2.3 ounces. So I'm down another 0.1 ounce. I'm actually really happy about that. So I am starting to make progress on this. I am starting to use this as we're getting into the winter or the summer months, excuse me. The cooling effect, it is definitely a cooling effect. If you've never used this, when you put this on your skin, it is cold. So I do like that actually when it's warm. That's part of the reason why I haven't used it much during the winter. As I'm going into summer, I am using this more and I am enjoying it. All right, let's go ahead and talk about my Naked Skin foundation. I'm actually doing pretty good on here. I did take the pictures prior to putting this on today, so it's all shook up now. You're not going to be able to really see, but in the close-up pictures, and hopefully the camera will focus enough for you to see that, I am making some good progress. I actually took this traveling with me this month, and I made more progress this month than I have the last couple of months. So I'm very pleased with that, and I'm going to be continuing to keep this in my project pan. I did notice when I took this on travel with me, it is like a hair dark for me, and I think I already knew that. I'm also very excited to try their new foundation that they just came out with. I'm forgetting the name right now, but they're basically saying it's like a weightless foundation. I can't remember exactly what they're calling it, but I'm excited to give that a try. Let me know if you guys want to see a full day wear test for that in my Foundation Friday. I probably will get to it at some point. I'm going to look to see the next time I get a 20% off coupon from Ulta, picking that one up. I think it's sold at Ulta as well as Sephora, but I get the 20% off coupons from Ulta more regularly than Sephora. So I am going to be looking to pick that up, the new foundation from Urban Decay, when I get my next coupon. So let me know if you guys would like to see a full day wear test of that sooner rather than later. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the concealer. I feel like I'm doing fantastic on the concealer. The close-up pictures will be on your screen, but if you can see from the video here as well, I am making definite progress on here. This is probably the one product that I have continuously made progress on, other than the Naked Skin foundation. I continue to make good progress on here. The bottle is getting almost completely see-through on, 2/3 of the bottle. I still like this concealer, and I don't know. I'm thinking that I might pick another one of these up when I run out. It is Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camo. I'm not sure if I said that. It's a drugstore priced concealer. I do like it. I really do. So, I don't know. I am confident that I will run out of this by the end of the year. I don't know if it's going to be before the end of December, but I'm confident I will run out of this before the end of the year. So, I'm very excited about that. And that brings me to the last item that is my Pan 9 in 2019. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. I have it in 2 shades. I'm counting this as one item. I have it in Fair Neutral as well as Porcelain. Porcelain works really well for me as a mixer when a foundation is too dark, especially being like a water foundation. And then the Fair Neutral is really my shade. Now, I'm going to be honest. I made no progress on this at all. I made a slight hair of progress on the Porcelain. I think I might have mixed it in with something, but I didn't even make a new line. I didn't make a new line on this at all because I used so little of it. So I had to make a decision here this month, and given that I've made such little progress on these foundations, and I've actually found another foundation that I am loving and I have been using the dickens out of, even as I've been using all my foundations that I've been doing Foundation Fridays on, I have made the decision that I'm going to take these 2 out of my project pan and I'm going to pull in another foundation. So I do still like this foundation. I'm concerned that these might be going a little bit bad. I'm looking for a timeline on these. These are probably 12 months if I had to hazard a guess. It doesn't look like it has a timeline on it. That's weird, right? Aren't all foundations supposed to have a timeline on it? I don't know. I don't know why I don't reach for this. This is a foundation that I really enjoy. I just haven't been reaching for it. So But there is a foundation that I have been reaching for continuously ever since I did a Foundation Friday on it, and I love it, and I use it every time I just want a really light foundation day, and that is my Kojendo Aqua Foundation. Aqua Foundation obviously is a water foundation as well. This one is a little bit dark for me, but I think as we go into the summer months, it's going to be just fine. I did put a line on there, as you can see. This is brand new for this month in my project pan, so I've already used about a quarter of this, since I did the Foundation Friday earlier this year, and I'm just really liking it. If you've seen any of my Shop My Stashes video, this actually has been sitting on top of my dresser, and I didn't have it in my project pan. I didn't have it in my Shop My Stash. I literally have just been sitting in it on my dresser and pulling it in whenever I want to use it. But I'm really enjoying this foundation, and that just kills me because it is so expensive. I think this foundation is like $80, 70 something to $80. But I am just really loving this. And sorry, my dog just started barking. I think my son just got home from work. Anyway, I'm just loving it. So I am pulling this foundation into my project pan officially because I will continue to use this. I love this foundation. I'm absolutely loving it. Not sure. Maybe it's just because I'm not real wild about the shades of these. I don't know. I don't know why I'm not pulling those in. I really don't, but I've been loving Kojendo. Okay, so the item that I'm going to be replacing the MAC Fix Plus Lavender with. So this might sound odd that I'm pulling this item in. I'm actually pulling 2 items in. I'm counting it as one. And it might sound odd because I've already hit pan on it. This is the Physicians... I'm actually pulling in both of these. The Physicians Formula, this is the Mineral Wear Talc-Free Mineral Face Powder, and this one is the Mineral Wear Talc-Free Mineral Correcting Powder. I'm pulling both of these in because I always wear them together. I'm not quite sure why I hit pan on this one before I hit pan on this one. They have the same... Well, actually, this one has more in it. I'm sorry, I'm saying this one. The face powder has more in it than the correcting powder has in it, but I have not hit pan on the correcting powder. I have hit pan on the face powder. My goal for these is going to be use all of it. I want to completely use all of this powder entirely. I've done it with a couple of powders before. I've pulled powders in and I've gone through them in my project pan during 2019, but my goal is going to be to hit pan entirely, use up this entire powder, the mineral face powder, and my goal will be to hit pan on the mineral correcting powder. Like I said, I'm not quite sure why I'm not hitting pan on the correcting powder. I know I've got a good way to go. There's one mark on there where I actually got my finger dug into it. I don't know, because literally I use these together every time I use them, and I dip into both. I go back and forth with my brush into both. So maybe it's just that the face powder is a little bit more powdery than the correcting powder. I don't know. But I'm going to pull both of these in. I have a different goal for each of them. Just hitting pan on the correcting powder, using the face powder entirely up. That is it. So moving in to June, I've got the 2 powders, which I'm going to be using the dickens out of. The Kojendo Aqua Foundation, which I am loving. The Naked Skin Foundation, which I'm moving right along in. The Catrice Liquid Camo Concealer, which, again, I'm moving right along in. The Soft Glam Eyeshadow Palette, which I will be so sad to actually hit pan on. The Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, which I'm hoping to do a little bit better on in the coming months. And then the Origins primer, again, as the warm months continue, I'm hoping to do better on those. And then my Party blush, which I am guessing I'm going to hit pan on by August and take home the bronze by the Balm. So that is going to be my project pan going forward. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I do hope you enjoyed these updates that I keep giving every month. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button. I do this video every single month, and I would love for you to come and continue on my progress as I try to pan these products or use them up. Either way. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the little bell if you're interested in getting notifications, and leave me a comment down in the comment section down below. How are you all doing on your project pans? I know some of you are doing them with me, and if you aren't doing it, how do you think I'm doing on mine? I would love to hear your thoughts. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye!